I'm NH3, 4th place, and I'm the local sword representative. Floor fencer for the win.
My name is Benson. I played 8 Haven today and I'm third.
Yeah, James here, What Haven. I'm seeing a trend.
I'm Ping Hian. I'm first place and I played Control Haven.
I think this event is handled very well. Everything was going through smoothly and there was no hiccups that I can recall. But I think it would be better if there's more in-between time for people to rest or maybe to go grab a snack. Because from here to any convenience store is quite a walk.
I would say definitely there's a improvement from the previous event. Then there's especially for example the top 8, the break time, right? It was previously 30 minutes, but now it was 1 hour, which was definitely a plus. It was definitely very helpful. We can get a proper meal.
So I think this time it was better. So the break time is one thing, and also I mean this is not an improvement, but since the first CS, the judge and staff are also very helpful, very humorous as well. So it actually lighten up the mood, so which is quite good.
I think the only downside is the lack of time to prepare this time compared to the first CS, since there was only about 2 weeks notice. So some of our local strong players couldn't make it because of scheduling conflicts.
I hope to see more players, that's one. But event-wise, I hope maybe there might be a mini marketplace where shops and players can put their things on sale, either singles or cut supplies like deck box sleeves and whatnot.
I think for me, definitely would be good to foster up a bigger community. Maybe perhaps having more content creators or having more events to push Shadowverse Evolve forward. Have more events essentially.
Yep, to elaborate on this point, you also can create a small corner to do some tutorials. Then we can just invite our friend that might be interested but haven't started, then they can just learn the game as well while we are playing. We're playing at the main event.
I think for the mini event, perhaps there can be more ways to play other than just the 8-man board. Maybe like 4 people or less.
I would say it will be against Heal Dragon, because against an 8 matchup, they will be healing whatever damage I'm doing. So I felt that the gameplay was very stale for me. While as the game goes longer and longer, they'll be dropping Fortis, Genesis, and surprisingly Python as well, and finish me off the game.
I think for me, it will definitely be the Haven Control mirror match, cause I definitely didn't practice enough against that matchup. Then I kind of don't really know what to do, and then both of us were just passing turns until something big drops. Then after that, we have to find answers for it and stuff. So definitely that's the hardest matchup for me.
Yeah, my hardest matchup is actually against Control Haven. He's there. Actually, I already went to this event expecting I will have a very hard time against Control Haven, and I met him. So, yeah. So yes, my hardest matchup is actually a Control Haven, which is just sitting
Very
over there.
eventful matchup.
So since I'm a sword player, I will struggle against pretty much every kind of Haven deck. So all of my losses have been against Haven, and I didn't beat any Haven decks today.
Oh no! Oh no!
So personally, I feel the current meta now, right, is very balanced. There's a lot of diverse deck. Every class, I can dare say, every class has at least one. I mean, as you can see, there's 3 for one particular class, but all other classes actually at least one meta viable deck. So I would say the meta is a very good place at the moment, because people will not be forced to play one class because they want to do better. They can play the class they actually like. Yeah, there are a lot of viable decks at the moment.
Don't forget about diversity as well. As you can see, there are 3 Haven players, but all 3 Haven players are playing different archetypes of the deck: Control, Ward, and Egg. Also, there are many different types of decks that right now can be played. Top 8, if I'm not wrong, there's one Academia.
Yes.
Yeah. There was one Academia. No one knew the deck. I think he was the only player.
Oh, that was so cool.
Yeah. There are many different decks. Even Hugh Haven is very, very niche as well. Yeah. So every deck can work if you put in the time and effort to play and get used to the deck.
As they mentioned, definitely all the different crafts can play a proper meta deck and get and be and have results in a sense. So not like the previous first set whereby it was usually dragon, and then right now the previous meta was egg bishop lah, which was the meta defining one. So now all the crafts from just one set alone, all the crafts have things to play lah, and they can succeed from it lah. So definitely there's a big improvement just from this one set alone.
So as they mentioned, I think the statistics show it. So in shop tourneys, you see pretty much every class gets a chance.
Yeah, but actually, after much consideration, we actually feel that currently the meta is in such a place that is really quite balanced. There's no outlier overpowered card that everybody seems to agree. Everybody will have something to say when you ask what card they want to ban, but there's no general consensus. I give a very good example. At BP 1 to maybe 2 or 3, everybody consensus is Forte is overpowered. Everybody wants. We can get a lot of people to agree to ban Forte, but at the moment, you'll get a lot of different answers, but you'll not get a consensus answer. So I think that is an indication of a balanced meta, which is good. I mean, good job on side games, but they managed to make a balanced meta.
I think it's quite obvious from the sleeves I'm using. Mono, and I hope to see her as a Swordcraft. I hope to see her in the Swordcraft since she and Anya, they're blood and shadow respectively, and I doubt side games will want to put them both in a nightmare class.
Okay, since you already mentioned 2, I might sure mention I want Tetra as well.
Whoa. I think for me would be all the characters from the recent Advaults set, which is all the prison, which is all the condemned followers. So cause all of them have a very interesting theme around them, which is a very nice world building by side games on the part. So I hope they bring it to the TCG and then they do well when they put it into the set. Yeah.
Maybe not a character, but maybe a new class that is exclusive to Shadowverse Evolve. That way we are still able to exclusive to Shadowverse Evolve, not related to the CCG. That way we can still bring in players from the CCG that has not touched Shadowverse Evolve yet. And for us, it's also a new breath of air, as most of the players here have played the CCG before. I think right now is a very, very good time to join. As we said previously, the meta is diverse. Whatever you think is fun, it will work. You will have fun, you'll win, you'll lose. I mean, it's just a card game. So, come and play. It's cheap, it's fun. Any deck works.
As mentioned, I would say that it's currently is a good meta right now to come in and join again. Then, as compared to the previous sets, right now it's a very diverse meta. You can play the crafts you want and stuff like that. So if let's say you quit Shadowverse Evolve previously, now it's a very good time to come back again and try again.
Yep. Parroting what they said, now is a very good time to start. The community is actually very friendly. If you feel intimidated, don't. We are very friendly. We are very funny guys. And also, Shadowbar Tanoshi.
So the game is definitely, yes, as they mentioned, it's very affordable. So people with a lower budget can definitely consider Shadowverse as a TCG to go to.
Yes, I do. I shall thank you once again, Isaac. You enabled me today.
I'd like to thank the friends that I've made along the way, the friend that introduced me to this game, and the people that I'm close to that are willing to join the game as well.
I think for me, I'd like to thank the group of friends that I hang out with to play Shadowverse Evolve, Andy, Rudy, and Darren, and James. So all of them have helped playtest the game, and also help meta gaming a bit. So I wouldn't be here if it not for them lah. Yeah.
So I'd like to thank other long-time players like Shinto and Wenshen, who definitely did a lot to help grow this community.
Bye.